So spoiler alert, if you guys watched last week's live, I didn't go for a swim. There were lots of people in the water and my husband went in and I didn't go in. There was no way I was going in with that recent shark thing. Though a lot of people commented that apparently we're getting a lot better at tagging and tracking sharks. So apparently there's not like there's more sharks than there used to be. It's just that we know about them. So if that gives you some comfort, awesome. My husband very rudely said that I have to get in beyond my ankles to even have a problem with sharks. How rude. But yes, I did not go in the water. I have a question. I don't know about you guys, but normally at this point in the school holidays, so I've still got two at school, one that's had a year out of school, and I feel normally rested, revived, excited about what's happening in the year ahead. And I do feel excited about what's happening in the year ahead. And we've had time off. We didn't go anywhere, so we didn't like cart everything somewhere else to do it somewhere else. But I feel exhausted. Hi Nina, you must be exhausted. So do our little ones. And I guess I'm finding that quite a few people that I speak to are feeling in that same boat where they don't have that same sense of nourishment or I think refreshed. I don't even know what other term it is, but feeling refreshed going into the new year. So I'm curious about that. I'm curious if somebody else or if anyone else is experiencing it. I've certainly had a couple of people say it to me. Energetically, it feels like there's a lot going on. It feels big and potent and like there's so much potential. That's the same thing as potent, Cressida. But it just also feels not claustrophobic, but I don't know. Somehow I feel like I'm quite an organized person normally, and I felt like I've been a shambles for a good year, if not longer. And I don't want to feel like a shambles anymore. Hi, Mariana. So I'm curious to hear if you guys have experienced that as well, if you're feeling like you are starting this year feeling amazing and full of energy and all of the things. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. I just said to my daughter, I'm not quite sure kind of like I said I didn't want to say it this way, but almost like what I'm doing wrong. So I don't know about that. We had a beautiful 5-day challenge last week about getting everyone to get their Gua Sha tools out of the cupboard and get using them. And so we had over 50 registrants, which I was super stoked with. Thank you any of you who joined along. And that will be available. The people that joined the challenge will have access to it for a bit until the 30th of January, and then it'll be available for sale. Yeah, so you're tired as well. I mean, you've got two little ones at home, but yeah, it's interesting. It is tiring having the little ones at home. So, and at the moment you've got 4 at home, so that's like a lot. But yeah, anyway, I'm curious to know whether that's a sort of more of a broader experience of feeling tired. And then, so we had the 5-day Gua Sha challenge. That was amazing. It was really nice to connect with some new faces who I haven't seen before and some faces that I already knew, and that was incredible. And then really just, I guess, looking ahead, I have a funny story, well, I think it's funny. At the hairdresser, they were talking about the fact there was someone there booking an appointment for 2 weeks' time, and the lady at the desk said, "Oh, that's February." I went, "What? How can it be February in 2 weeks' time? Is that not ridiculous?" Well, I don't understand. I don't understand the way that the times are shifting at the moment. It is nuts. But yes, it is a strange time, a strange dimension I feel like we're living in. So, but I am excited with all the things that I'm bringing forward this year. And I've been talking about these new products for so long. But you know, when you are an independent small business, you don't have a team of people to do product design. You don't have a team of people who are going to like go and source things for you and make sure that everything's working. You don't have a team of people who are going to teach you how to set up new payment channels for a different country. You have to work it all out. And I mean, I've got a group of people that I work with, but still there's a lot that actually falls on my shoulders that are not my areas of expertise. And so it actually really annoys me that it takes so long to get a product that I've been using for 6 months and loving to getting it into your hands. But it's hard. They're all just things I haven't done before. And so every day I learn new things, and I have to say, as a bit of a recovering perfectionist, it's nice to acknowledge that I've come a really long way in the 3 years since I started my business, and there's some really cool things. So number one, we did our first challenge, which was cool because I hadn't done that before. And yeah, I was pretty stoked to have over 50 registrants. I know I'm repeating myself here, but just kind of, who's going to give yourself a pat on the back if you don't do it? And then I'm excited to be bringing a course, which is I'm very excited about, because I've had it on my heart for a long time to teach people about how to make it really easy to look after your skin in a natural, low-key way. And so I'm very excited to bring that. And if you put your name down and you are on the wait list, you'll get access to early, like you'll get offered it first, because I'm going to keep it very small because I haven't done it before and I want to make sure that everybody gets really good value out of it. So that's another thing that we're going to do this year. That will be late March, early April. Most likely early April, because I probably might be a little bit too early to say late March, because there's a few things I've got to get figured out before then. And then these new products, we're doing a whole new look for Stripey Horse, just as the brand grows up, as we've refined the product offerings. There are some new products coming, obviously, that we've spoken about, but also just refining things to keep them a bit more simple and, I don't know the words that I'm using here. I don't know, it's just like we're growing up. So that's pretty cool too. So I can't wait for that to happen. But the side news to that is I don't like waste, because we're all about sustainability, and I've got a lot of old packaging. So I'm going to be running a massive sale to get rid of the packaging, because I don't want to throw anything away. You should see our house, like Hoarders Anonymous. But I don't want to do that, so we'll be doing a massive sale. So if you are on the email list, you will get the code for the huge sale. So make sure you go in and do that. It is in the link in there. I've had some people comment on my link tree that my link tree doesn't work, and I get their emails and I'm not quite sure why you're messaging me though. So it is there. It says join the email list to get 15% off. I might have just changed the words recently, because I think I was looking at that as well as a fly. But if you get your name on there, you will get the code to have a massive sale. So it's going to be huge, because I want to get rid of all of my packaging before the new packaging arrives. So do that. So if you've been sitting on the fence, not really sure about trying the products, this is your chance to get at a bargain price. So try that. And then just all about nourishing yourself. So I'm really curious about how others are feeling, about whether they're feeling refreshed. And so I'm really curious to bring in some other components. So sometimes when we're feeling fatigued, it can feel like way too much effort to bring in anything to make yourself feel better. And so for me, I'm looking at really simple things that I can do. So I'm really working on boosting my nourishment from the foods and the drinks that I consume. I'm making sure that I am much better about, so I've been using Insight Timer at night time, which I love, and my friend Jo from Ease Therapy and Meditation put me onto it. But what happens is then I've got my phone in the bedroom. And so even though I turn it off afterwards, I will get distracted. So what I want to do is actually either change my meditation to a different time, because I love Insight Timer, or I do it in a separate room and then I go into the bedroom and the phone doesn't come in, because you just get all those little tangents of, I'll just respond to that, or I'll just do this. So just really trying to kind of refine and work things back to get back into my really good habits. I've been averaging about, my Oura Ring says, about 5.5 hours sleep for a long time, and that's just not enough for me. I've always been someone that sleep has been quite easy, I guess, and now I'm finding that it's more challenging. I'm waiting for my new blue block glasses to arrive. I've used a lot of different ones, but I'm going to the red ones. So I love Blue Block Australia. Can't think what they're called. I've used a lot of other ones, and I know there's the Ezekiel, but those don't fit my face. So I have a very small bridge in my nose and big cheeks, and they rest on my cheeks and drives me mad, and they fall down my face, and I just can't. It's just, I don't care how good the lens is, I can't. So getting some really great blue blockers, and these are the red ones, so they are for blocking out everything. So hopefully that will make also looking at any devices completely unappetizing as well, because it'll just look wrong. and just getting more regimented about that. So making sure I get better sleep, upping those nutrients in all the different ways. And then I just did a great Facebook Live in a closed group this morning with a colleague of mine, Sula Chamberlain of Bronte Rothbard and Lada and Star Anise Essentials. And we spoke at length about holistic eye health. So also in the other work that I've been doing around vibration and energy, looking into, and I spoke about it, that eyes are the windows to our soul. So if we're thinking about what we see, when you see someone, they're just like flat and there's nothing there, it's kind of like they're a bit dead in the eyes and you're like, oh, are you okay? Like you can see that everything's not fine. And I just really want to regain for myself and for other people that like feeling of vibrancy and, I don't know, like just all that kind of potency of like there's so much ahead of you and let's go get it. So looking forward into just sharing what I find during that experience, and something that I shared during the Gua Sha challenge was that whatever we do for our skin health is actually good for us. So sneakily, when I talk to everyone about natural skincare and about all the things that you should do to glow, I'm kind of like eking away at improving your health sneakily when you're not even noticing. Because it's all the little things. Sadly, it's not just like one thing. You can't just like, flick one lever and everything's amazing. You have to like just slowly pick up better habits. And so I love sharing those, and be sharing more of that, and also about the efficiencies of it. So I'm a busy woman and there's no way that I could spend hours doing all of the things for myself. I've got to fit it in between other things. So I like to share that too, because the reality is that many of us have a lot of hats that we wear. So just allowing that to be our life and finding the calm between that. So we can't all go and live in the country staring out at the sea every day to soothe our nervous system. Wouldn't that be nice though? But we can't. So how do we bring that into this day and life? And with our skin, what happens on the inside shows on the outside. So if you're not nourishing yourself internally, you're just not going to glow. It's just not going to happen. So that's the side note, is that sadly, if you really want great skin, you have to do a little bit more than just what you apply to your face. But can't wait to share those things with you going forward this year. So excited about the upcoming course. I hope you guys were excited about it too. I often get asked in my DMs all these questions about what I do. And I thought, if everyone's asking me in my private messages, why not offer that to everybody and really have it as a very, as a smaller group so that we can go through everything. And I also really want to offer people in that to have healings so that we can work on those other elements that keep us kind of stuck and trapped in this old story of who we used to be. So as I learn more and more about vibrational healing and finishing different levels of courses and things, just really incorporating that. And I love that a lot of my teachers obviously you look for teachers that are aligned with you, right? But they're like, instead of having to do 78,000 steps to get somewhere, let's find not the shortcut, because it's not like cheating it, but let's find a way to do it in its most efficient way. And so that is what I'm definitely all about in terms of skincare, healing, the foods that nourish you, all of the things. So I can't wait to bring more of that to you. I hope you are feeling more rested and refreshed than I am. I really need to nail this whole sleep story, but I'll share it in case that helps you too. Because I am excited about this year, and I'm so excited to just, I don't know, I love learning and I love sharing it with you, and I can't wait for you to see the new up-leveled look of Stripey Horse Skin and just to share more of that journey with you all. So have a wonderful, what day is it? It's Wednesday, right? Have a wonderful Wednesday. I'll be back on Friday. Look forward to seeing you then. And please, I'd love to know in the comments, are you feeling tired or do you feel refreshed? And if you do feel refreshed, did you do something different? Because quite frankly, I need some help. So thanks everyone. See you. Good afternoon.